okay?
But I heard some echo
Uh,
in, yeah, in my voice.
yes, I also hear from you when you talk. That I can hear the echo when you talk, Cherry.
It's better now.
No,
No,
it's not.
but I don't know why.
Now it's I think we don't have echo anymore. Can you talk
Eh,
again?
Yes, it's okay now.
Yes, it's okay now.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see topic 22 job interview. Okay, so who would like to stay in the main room or who would like to listen or would like to go to the practice room? Please let me know in the chat box. Okay, so now you can see my screen. The question topic 22 job interview. Okay, let's start now. And you notice I will jump up just from of your conversation when I feel interest. So prepare yourself if I interrupt you and
Okay.
discuss with you. Okay. Okay, let's start now.
Hello, Jerry.
Yeah, hello.
Mhm. Are you a student or are you working now?
Yeah, now. I'm teaching in the university now.
Have you ever sat in a job interview?
Yes, already. I have joined some before. The first time when I was offered a job in a bank, Citibank, I want to be a official in the bank, and I joined the interview there. And the second time is when I want to become a lecturer in my bank. So how
Mhm.
about
Yes, like you now, I'm also a teacher in a high school, and I haven't never sat in a job interview, but I can imagine about the way and before the interview, during the interview, or after the interview, what we should do.
you?
Yes. And if you are going to sit in a job interview, what will you prepare for it? Do you pay attention to your rest? If yes, how can do you do that?
Yeah, I think before we should prepare anything. Firstly, we should concern about the situation, the position we want to apply for it. The second, of course, we care about the dress. Because I think the first impression is so important. If the interviewer she uh, we have a good performance at the first time, maybe it's
Mhm.
our chance to have the job. I think we should know about the history of the company or the position we want to apply for. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think so.
Yes, okay. I totally agree with your idea. And as you know that preparing for a job interview can be stressful, particularly when you are called for the first interview, right? I would like to suggest some keys that you want to create a good impression on your interviewer. Firstly, you should find out as much as possible about the job and the vacancy. Before the interview, you have to send a letter of application and your resumes to the company to express your interest in the job and to show that you might be the most suitable candidate for the position. And I think that's the most important thing is that you also have to create good impression on the interviewer by dress suit or if you can wear a very polite dress. Especially long dress is better because it's look like a more professional and more polite. And when we go to there, I think that we also have to remember to bring with you something like a school certificates, letter of recommendation, or you also have to bring some qualification and experience that's related to the job, because the interviewer will ask you everything that you have never prepared before.
Mm, give us a chance. But in fact, we already shared our CV before. So
Mm-hmm.
interview is the last round when we apply for a job. So we
Yes.
don't need to bring CV or anything else. Just bring ourselves with knowledge and
Mm-hmm.
good impression. Then and I think that I'm really interested in one saying that failing to plan is planning to fail. Have you ever heard about this saying? Failing to
Mm-hmm.
plan is planning to fail. It means that we should plan carefully before we come to the interview. So maybe we can make a good impression to the interviewer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is my just my ideas and theory.
Yeah.
Because I never have never sat in a job interview.
Yes. But it's really good
Mhm.
advice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Number three, how can you get information about the company you want to work for?
Mm. Actually, for we want to apply for a job in a specific company, we should search about the information, and we can ask about we can ask our friend or the other person who's professional in this field about this company. So I think that the information is easy to access in many in I mean that in many ways. So we can read about it, and we can analyze the information before we come to the interview. And we also should think about which position is suitable for you in this company, so that we can do the position with the most suitable with our knowledge and our ability. Yeah, that's my.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. And in my opinion, I just think that if we want to be successful in a job interview, we also have to find out as much as possible about the job and the vacancy, because the most of the director of the company, they is really concerned about the problem. That's whether you understand how much about their company. So you have to find out as much as possible about the information of the company, how maybe they will ask you about when was the company established, something like that. So you have to find out some information about them, and you have to show that you are very interested in about the work that the company have done, and you are willing to show your ability that you can do the vacancy, the position better than any other vacancy and any other the candidates. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, and number four, tell you about yourself. What do people say about you? Do you consider yourself successful?
honestly, to talk about myself is more difficult than I talk about the others. But
Mm-hmm.
to tell the truth, I have to say that I think I'm an optimistic person, and I also always energetic, kindly, open-minded. Yeah, and I think I'm a person who well educated. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that when I go to the job interview, I I think I eager to listen and to learn from the interviewer. So, and as well as I want to show my knowledge and ability in the interview. And
Mhm.
I think that uh, about the rest of the question, do you consider yourself successful? Mm,
Mhm.
I think I believe that I have a strong belief that I will be successful. Yeah.
Yes. Mhm. Yeah, and for me, I can't say anything very exactly about myself, but some people often say that I'm so gentle, and I mean that I don't care much about the other person jobs, and I just care about myself. So I can consider myself as an introverted person because I don't want to share much about myself, and I also don't want to interfere with the other people. And sometimes they also say I'm quite yeah, like a hot tempered. uh,
Mm.
like my husband, he doesn't understand me, and he can't stand my action sometimes. And but I'm quite humorous because sometimes I see the others people, they are very sad, or they are worry, or sorrow, have some sorrow. I just try to make them laugh as soon as possible, so that they are very happy. So most of the people considers more like the humorous person. Yes, and if I had to say that I'm successful or not, I just say that just normal, because now even though I have a certain job in a high school, and I also have a very sustainable wages for every month. The wages is very low, and although I also have a very quiet, just quite happy family, I also have to worry much about the financial burden in my family, because I can say that I'm a breadwinner in my family. I have to support all the things for my family. So sometimes I feel very stressed, and I am under pressure. I just want to be a housewife. I don't want to be a breadwinner like now.
I know the feeling.
Yes. Mhm. Okay, and number five, can you explain how you would be an asset to an organization? Why should a company hire you?
Actually, think if we say ourselves are a set of an organization, I think it's a little bit over. But I
Yeah.
think the company should hire me because I graduated from banking academy. I mean, that's my major in banking and finance. So I have the knowledge in finance. So when I apply for a bank, or when I apply to become a lecturer in banking academy, it's really suitable with my education. Yeah. So I think I can help the banking academy um, to I mean that to improve the result or um, I mean the effectiveness of the bank or the banking academy. So I also have a good grade when I study in my university, and I also complete my master degree in banking and finance. So I think when I apply for a bank or when I apply in banking academy, they should hire me because I can help the organization to bring more knowledge to many other people. I mean, students. Yeah.
Mhm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I very admire about your qualifications. You know that although I don't have much certificates like you, but I have enough my enthusiasm to the jobs because I am a person who always be on time. I don't want to be late in any course of the work. And I also really have some technical aspect for the job. I mean that I have enough qualifications and experience that I can solve the problems, and I also have the skill to solve the conflicts that can happen during the jobs. And I also think that I am very energetic and active enough to help the company will develop, and I can know how to attract the customer to our company, so that I'm sure that I will make my real effort to concentrate on my job, and I will make our company better and more developed.
Yes, I think it's all time is a really good characteristic. Yeah,
Mhm. Yes. Okay.
especially our job. Uh,
And number six, what is your greatest strength? What is your weakest strength?
of course, I have both strong point and weak point, and to talk about my strength, I think that I'm so energetic, really
Mhm.
energetic and
Yes.
optimistic, and sometimes I feel an ambitious person, and I think I also have the enthusiasm in our job, in my job, and I always and I think that I can bring joyfulness to other people every time when I meet other people. So I think that's my strong point. And to talk about my weak point, I'm sometimes I feel I don't know um, how to refuse the others' demand or requirement. I mean that I always to want to make the other feel happy. So I don't know how to refill them anytime when they ask me for advice or ask me to do something for them. So I think maybe that's my weak point. How about you?
Yes. Because no person are perfect, so we have to accept that we also have both a strong strength and weakness. And now I would like to tell about my weakness first. I have considered myself as a self-critical person. I mean that I can be too critical of myself. A pattern I've noticed throughout my career is that I often feel I could have done more, even if objectively I've done well. Early in my career, this led to a negative self-talk. One solution I've implemented over the last 3 years is to active boast and celebrate my achievements. Not only has this helped my own self-esteem, but it also helps me genuinely appreciate and recognize my team and other support systems. Sometimes I don't dare to critique the others people. I just keep for myself so that it can't build the environment and the development of the collaboration better. And sometimes I also I have to admit that I have lacking of some experience because you know that I'm not familiar with the latest version of some kinds of software. Especially, I'm not familiar with the technology like something in using the internet. I'm not very well to do that. Instead, I'm focusing on the what I am doing, and I am trying to design or using my strong passion so that I can create a very impressive image for the company. And beside the weaknesses, I think I also have more things that you should consider about because this is my strengths. First one, a person that is a very collaborative. I mean that I want to work in the groups, and I also want to get on well with the colleges in the place I'm working, and I want to join hands to work together so that every our products that we make will become better because we can have some different kinds of idea collected so that it can contribute to the development of our products. And secondly, I can say that I'm a creative person. I mean that I have a different idea in my mind, and I also often create some different kinds of image, different kinds of products, and what kinds of ingredients we should use, or what kinds of material that is better for the advertisements of the products, so that I'm sure that with my creation everything will be better. And the last one, I think I'm very flexible and versatile. I mean that I am a teacher now, but I can also be a businessman. So I'm very versatile. I can know how to keep contact with the other, and I also attract the impression of the customers or the other person, so that everything will go smoothly. And secondly, I also can understand about the taste and the interest of the other people. So I will have our company to produce the most suitable products for the audience, for the people that are concerned about our products.
The ma-
Yes. Mhm. What, Jerry?
yeah, I say that's amazing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, can you tell me about your dream job? What do you think you would do well at the job you want?
Mm. In fact, when I was a student, I dream about becoming a bank officer. So that's why when I graduated from my university, I applied for a job in Citibank, and mm, I really enjoyed the job there. But I don't know that it's too much stressful when I work in a bank, and every day I had to coming too late. No, I mean that I always come back home at around 7 or 8 p.m. It's late, and I don't have much time to hang out with my friend, or I don't have time to eat dinner with my parent at that time. Even though the salary is really high at that time, but I feel that I have to check up so much. I don't have friends. I don't have the time. I don't have time for my leisure, for my parents, for my friends, and so that I quit that job after 1 year, and after that I changed my job to banking academy, and I think that that's my job, and I I I just don't choose it, but I think it chose me, because at that time I don't have much information about the interview or about the job in my banking academy. But my teacher, my lecturer in banking academy sent me the message and said to me that if you want, you can apply to become a lecturer now. So I applied the job, and I think that uh, before that, I can't imagine that I will become a lecturer, because I don't want to be a teacher or lecturer when I were in my university. But it shows me exactly. So, and I think that I can do it well, because as I said before, I graduated from banking department. So I already have the theoretical, and I also work in the bank, so I have both theoretical and practical knowledge in banking. And I think it can help me to have a good position in my job. And I think that I also have some soft skill, for example, listening skill, or I have also have verbal or nonverbal skill when I use in my class. So I think becoming a lecturer is really a good job for me until now. Yeah.
Yeah, you are very wonderful, and me, because I don't have much chance to have a very well education like you, so I just say that I want to become a bakery.
Mm,
I mean that when I was in my school, I also try to the new field this year about bakery, and I have 5 years of experience in the food industry, mostly at bakeries. So my dream job would be to continue working in bakeries as a manager. Many previous employers told me I work well with people and have great communication skills with my coworkers. So I would like to build on that by advancing into management. I also want to improve my financial skills by learning more about budgeting or payroll and sales. I also think that my dream job would be allow me to make a positive impact on people every day. I would love to work for a company like yours that makes time saving and life enriching products that thousands of people use every day. I would love to be part of a team that finds innovative ways to make products more efficient and effective. Yeah, just this is my dream.
so do you bake every day now?
Yeah. Now, just sometime, not every day, because this is my dream. I just want to be a manager of a bakery company.
It's
Yes.
so your own shop.
Yes, every so I have just mentioned before. I just want to be a housewife, because I want to become a real woman. I don't want to be a man like now. Yes. Okay. And number eight, what kinds of people would you like to work with? What kinds of person would you refuse to work with?
Yeah. I think in our jobs, sometimes we can't avoid the person who we don't want to work with, right? But we have to accept that fact and still work with them. So I think the person I would like to work with, maybe the person who eager to collaborate with everybody, and just see about the common goal. And I think that the person I really want to work with is the person who also have the empathy with the others, because in our job, that sometimes we have some problem, and we need the sympathy from the others, and and they can share or they can support each other to show the problem. So I think if in our office or in our company, if everybody don't care about the other, I think it's really hard to work with. And I think the collaboration in a company or in a workplace is very important too, because everything we need to coordinate, and we should keep looking at the same direction, at the same goal. Yeah. And the kind of person I refuse to work with, I think that I can't refuse, because we still have to work with them, but maybe we can avoid sometime, and we can ask for another help. And the person I don't want to work with is the person who always late in every cases. I really hate the late person, and I really dislike the person just say, but they didn't do what they said before. Yeah, that's the kind I really uh, don't want to work with. Yeah. How about you?
Yes, me too. Mhm. Well, I am a person who can work with all kinds of people. However, I feel a bit uncomfortable to work with the persons of selfish and ingratitude in nature, for his attitude and lazy towards the work. So I refuse them. One has to be dedicated at work, so to hard work and smart work. I think that's the if we can work in a team, because we are a collaboration, so we have to cooperate to work our jobs, to do our jobs for the best. We shouldn't refuse them. Maybe we should contact with them and try to change their attitude towards. That's it better. And I think that's with the with the sample that everybody really want to contact with, really want to work with. This is the kind of smart person. When they are very intelligent, they have a very intellectual ability. They can solve the problem very quickly, and they also can find out the solution to some problems, and they also come up with the very creative situation, so that everybody admire them, and they really want to access to them, so that they can learn more about the skill that they have, and we can also get some experience from them. And and the second ones, I really want to have to have a very humorous colleges, because sometimes in our work we are very stressful, and we are under pressure. We just want to find out laugh in our environment, so that if your colleges are very funny, everything will be better. And with the environment that can be filled with the laughing and with the humorous thing, everything will be very great, very exciting, right?
Yeah. But I think that it's really difficult to change one person's attitude. It's really
Yes,
hard. Yeah.
yes,
Because
sure.
yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's based on their education, and it's often based on their family's foundation too. So it's really
Mm,
change.
yes, but in my experience, I work with different kinds of person. Sometimes maybe they will have some selfishness at first,
Mm,
but when they work in teams, in a group, they have to follow for the numerous person.
Mm,
because no one wants to like them, and if they can't follow us, they will be lost.
yeah,
Yes, yes. So everyone will change.
yeah.
Yeah, and we will move to the next one. What
Okay.
kind of salary do you need? What is more important to you, money or work? Both.
Good question. What kind of salary do you need? Of course, salary is really important, but I think that besides salary, I need other kind of salary income like bonus. For example, in my university, we have monthly salary, but beside that, in special occasion like Teachers' Day or Tet holiday or summer vacation, we also have some bonus, and it's based on our ability in our job. I mean the KPI. Do your school apply KPI in your performance, Miss Hồng? Do your school apply KPI?
Applied what?
KPI, KPI, key performance indicator.
Uh-huh. Not
Yeah.
not yet. No.
Uh, because nowadays I can see that many company and as well as my university, we apply KPI in each person. So I mean, I have to have a good KPI in my job so I can have a higher bonus than the other. So it's a motivation for everyone in my university to work hard and harder. And so I think besides salary, we looking forward to the bonus, and so that we have to have a good KPI in the semester. And for example, in this semester, I have um, a degree in KPI, so I can have the bonus higher than the other in B position or C position. Yeah, that's I want to talk. And so I mean that salary is not everything. We can have the other kind of income if we can do our job good and better than the others. And for the next part, what is more important, money or work? I think both money and work are important for me. But if I have to choose which is more important, I think I will choose work, because work can bring me money. But if I really if I just have money and I don't have sustainable work, I can lose my money in the near future. But if I have a good job, I have a stable job, I can have a higher salary in the future. So I think, in my opinion, I would choose work is more important than money. And if I do my work well, I can earn more money. Yeah, that's my idea.
Yes, you're very real. Okay. Yeah. My honest answer is that it depends on the money and the work. Obviously, there are positions I wouldn't do no matter the pay, and but others I would consider on volunteer basic. In reality, though, I don't think a strong compensation package and enjoyable work are mutually exclusive. My desire is to work in a field that offers me not only the challenge of growth and personal development, but professional development as well, based on what I've learned about this urban position at your company. And the best, and I also think that the best answer for me is to put things into perspective. I mean that money is very important, highly important. After all, no one works for free, but enjoying your work, your co-workers, and post strength higher. We all know people, perhaps you've been in the same circumstances, who were highly paid but desired their job. You don't want to find yourself in that position, but at the same time, you don't want to love your job but have to work two or three of them to put food on the table and live the lifestyle you want. So that if I can, I will choose both of them.
Of course.
Yes.
If I don't have to choose, I will choose
Yes.
big money and interesting job.
Yes.
Mm,
Most of the young nowadays, before they want to have a job, they also concern about the salary first.
mm.
Yes.
Yeah, so realistic person.
Yes.
Mm,
Okay, the last one. What
yeah.
should you do to improve your knowledge when you go to work?
I think when we working, knowledge is
Mhm.
not the only one we have to care, because beside knowledge we should have experience in what we are doing, and we also have some skill. Yeah, so but if I want to improve my knowledge, especially in my position now, I have to study more. And as I said before, I complete my master degree 10 years ago, but now I still study many short course related to my major, related to my subject. And uh, for example, last week, I'm so busy with this court from State Bank of Vietnam, and I can't join the meeting like this. And now I can have more free time to talk with you. I'm really happy, but I have, I still have to follow many shortcuts, because it can help me to extend new knowledge, and I can communicate with many famous lecturer, and many I mean many intelligent person, so I can learn a lot from them. And I think that to improve my knowledge, it's not only the knowledge in my major subject, but we should care about the skill. I think the skill is very important, because it can help us to access many other fields, and we can cooperate with many kind of person, as you said before. And I think in my job, I have to study forever. Yeah, that's my story.
Yes, I very admire you because you're studious.
I have to.
Okay, yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I have to.
Okay, and and me, you know that learning skills on the job shows initiative and commitment to your work. That could result in great career opportunities or not. So I think that if I have a challenge in my abilities in my work, I would like to learn some skill like first one is look for opportunities, because I think that's one of the most important steps to gaining skills on the job is to seek our opportunities for growth. While looking for a new job, consider selecting a workplace that put an emphasis on training with the workplace. Many organizations offer professional development courses or other free training to people who are interested in growing their skill. So if we can find our opportunities to learn skill on the job by asking our manager or connecting with our employers, human resource departments, it will be the most important thing. And the second one I can learn about my work is the practice. You can see that once you select a skill to focus on, try to practice it every day. The more you practice a skill in your daily activities at work, the faster you will develop expertise. If possible, we can begin practicing our skill at a low stage situation that can help us to have a very quality of our work. And the last one, I think that I have to learn, try to ask about the feedback from the other person, because most of the time we often hide ourselves because we are ashamed or embarrassed in some situation. We don't dare to ask the other person opinion about how they are feeling about us, how they are thinking of our behavior. So if we can ask for, we try to work with our colleagues. We can learn some job skill by asking for regular feedback from our manager and anyone you regularly collaborate with. At the time, we can have valuable advice on how we learn skill at work, and may be able to direct you to useful resource and training opportunities. So when we asking for feedback, I think that we should try be polite and receptive to what others are telling you in order to focus on improving. This is also very good way that I am now try to control myself and try to learn more.
Mm. It's amazing that if uh, the other says something makes you feel sad, what will you do?
Yes, yes, you know that feedback is a very important one. Sometimes we can have very good feedback, and sometimes we also receive some bad feedback. And if we are strong enough to ask for the feedback, we have to prepare for our attitude first. And sometimes maybe we are sad about bad feedback, but we have to think again. This is also the good way for us to improve our self more, and we will try to show up to them that we have enough ability to solve this problem better like now.
Yes, I totally agree with you because in my university, whenever we finish one class, we have to give the student should give us the feedback, and we also adjust based on their feedback. It's really important for lecturer. So
Mhm.
when we in class, we have to show not only our knowledge, but we should care about our student and guide them how to study in the most efficient way, so they can give a good feedback for us after that. So I think sometimes I also have some, it's not really good feedback from my student, but uh, I like you, I can think deeply about myself, and of course I want to change to become a better version. So I think maybe it can make us feel a little bit sad for some second, but after that we have to change ourselves, and we have to be we have to improve ourselves. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yes.
why I agree with you.
Yeah. Just look at you. I remember a very bad memory when I was in at university. At the time we also have a lecturer, English lecturer,
Mm.
and she was extremely strict. So every time she went through our class, we were the first year at university, and we just went from a countryside to go to the big city to live and study there. And we didn't have much knowledge about English, and we didn't know how to speak English as well. Most of the time, we just learn about grammar or some kinds of writing. That's all. But the first time she went to my class, and she write a words on the board, and she asked every member in my class had to go went to the board and write down the way to pronounce the word on the board,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't know how to write. She was very angry, and she asked every members in my class who couldn't write the words go out the class.
Wow.
Wow. And we were very scared at the time. And I just thought that maybe we were in high school or we were in elementary school. The teachers were strict like us, but now we were university student.
Yeah.
But she was so strict, and we also went out and then we wrote a report to our main teacher to talk about that teacher, and then she was very angry, and she went to my class and she cried so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she said that she never want to meet our class again. And at the time, I just think that what's the quality of a teacher? Maybe she shouldn't cry, but she should say sorry to us. Yeah,
Mm.
because yeah, she was wrong. She didn't understand about the emotion of the students, and because we are just the first year and we didn't know any rule of the university environment, so she should help us more than that force us to do anything that she like,
Uh,
right?
yes. And I think that lecturer is one crucial factor in
Mm,
every student's education. Yeah. Because lecturer can make a student become a subject lover, but maybe in contrast can make student hate this subject. I mean, no, lecturer is so important. Yeah.
I don't know, but actually, I just say that when I was in university, I didn't learn much. Because at the time we didn't have a regular mark like now. Now we
Mm,
have a regular mark, right? But at
yes.
that time, we wanted to go to the university or not. Just depends on you.
Mm,
The most important thing was in university. You should pass the examination, whether you want to learn or not. Just pass the examination. Yeah. So at the time, I went to my part-time job more than went to university.
uh, earn money.
Yes, and I think that I could learn more about my own experience from my part-time job more than at the university, because when I went to the work environment, I can learn more about the reality, and I also have more chance to practice my speaking English skill. Yeah,
Mm,
if I just still learned at university, I couldn't learn anything else.
yeah, maybe.
Yes.
I mean that it's not the most important factor, but they can give the inspiration to their student. It's
Yes.
very important.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes we if I attended lecture, I can I can absorb some valuable lesson in my mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting to talk with you every time.
Yeah, me too, because we are the same generation, so we can share everything. Very happy moment.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Today we finish our topic. quite early, right?
Yes, yeah, quicker than usual because
Okay.
when we private room, we talk more
Yes.
about private things.
And every time I go back to the main room, I just feel shy because no one here, just
Yes,
me and you. Okay.
Yes, I can say
Yes.
surprise too, because I feel like that's maybe today is a long time for talking, but it's yes, it finished really early. I
Mm.
also surprised too. Maybe um so many maybe because I don't open it someday, so you are focused the way to speak.
Oh no. Do you think that we have enough time to read before?
Mm, okay, so uh so do you want to talk another topic or you want to have free talk with everyone?
Maybe we should have free talk.
yes.
Yes. Mhm.
Mm. Yes, so what should we talk now? Let me ask some person here. Um, hello, Võ Kiều.
Hello.
Yes, after you listen Cherry and Rose, you think in my screen is which question you feel is the most interesting for you?
Mm, um, I think the question 5 10 is the best question.
Yes,
Yeah.
so because the question 10 is the best question for you, so may
Yeah.
you answer this question?
Mm, yeah, answer. Yeah, I think this nowadays social the knowledge no we must improve knowledge every day because the knowledge the knowledge in nowadays is new and develop every day. So we especially when we are going to work, we there are many things new uh, with the internet develop nowadays. We can study in everywhere, and there are many app education app for us to choose to improve our skill. So I look like Mrs. Cherry and Mr. Hong. I agree that we continue studies, um, continue study more and more, and cannot stop studying. Uh, um, yeah. Uh, Now I know in LinkedIn, you know, LinkedIn now it have a free course, many free course. So I will get to it, and I discover there are many course, many course which is very value for all of us. So if of you have a time, you can reference it. And for me, I try to learn in many shop and learn whatever I can learn.
Mm,
It's
yes,
still good for my job and good for our future. Yeah.
yes. Also, actually, your answer make me remember about a website. That's website that we have so many course to learn, and after that, we also when we finish this, so we had a chính trị là gì à? Self free.
Political.
Yes, political. And after this, after we finish this course and maybe the interview, in some company will contact with us to invite us to go to their company to work because yes, when we finish it, because we are learn online. Yes, so your answer make me remember about that, but I never tried. I feel really interesting because it have many course about the IT or about the um, uh, secretary or maybe some, yes, many kind of the job that we can learn there. And also after we learn and we finish, and the interview in some company will contact us to invite we uh, actually it's either online job. So maybe in the future um, when I remember about the website, if I save it in my phone, so I will share for you.
Yeah, thank you. Good.
Yes, and for me, I feel like the question number nine is yes, the most the best question in this list. This is what is more important to you? Is money or work? Yes, and also I really enjoy with the answer from Cherry and Hồng. I think it's equal for me. But if ask me which one is important and I prefer which that one, so I think it's in money. You know, the money usually make me happy, but the work maybe sometimes it make me lazy and tired. But money is never. When I have money, I usually happy. So
Yeah,
mm, I
I
think it's
agree with you. In the especially when we are young, money is the more important. Yeah.
yes. And
Uh,
also when we older,
Whenever we can earn a lot money, I try to keep this chain because when we older, there are no much no more chain or no more opportunity for us to moving job and get a higher salary or get a higher revenue.
mm,
So what the youth, if we are we still beyond, we have a more opportunity in career, and when we grow older, the less opportunity we can get. So if we have change a job, we by higher maybe thinking.
yes. And you know that I have a question that I ask myself and also my friends so much. As you know, when we grow, for example, when we uh, graduated from university and we need to go to a work, and you know, even we want to experience in any job, and it's also take our time. For example, when I graduated from university, I was 22, and when I want to experience in some kind of jobs, so every job I need to take maybe at least 1 year at that job. So I feel like it's take my time a lot. So does anyone have any suggestion for me that I also can experience, but it will take yes, it will keep my time and my yes, my knowledge. Because you know, when I go to any job and I will focus another thing, I yes, because I improve this job and I enhance the knowledge for this job, and also another one is it reduce my knowledge. So um, does anyone have any suggestion for me after you listen my question?
Yes, I think that every job require your experience, right? And I think if I have to give the advice, I think you should do some part-time job, so it can it can affect your study when you were in university, but you still can have more experience, and you can work as a collaborator in some field. So I think it can core experience. But if when you graduated from the university, you're so young, just 22. Of course, you don't have much experience to apply for some kind of job. So I think if you have a part-time job or you work as a collaborator, it's good for you.
Jerry, have
Mm.
you ever, how many pastime jobs do you did you have tried?
Actually, it's not too much. Uh, as a collaborator in a small bank when I were a student, and it's a very simple job. I just receive the leaflet, you know that, and
Mm.
leaflet, yeah, and I want to promote the advertisement of this bank, and I can do it very in a simple way. For example, and I bring them to my class, and I share with my classmates, and I can do some another job like collect the statistic, the figure online for the bank. Yeah, for example, to know what the customer want to use in this bank, or which emotion, uh, which kind of emotion that the customer have when they use the bank services. Yeah, something like that. And it can cause some experience because I can work with the real bank officer when I was student.
Wow, but I
Yeah.
think you are the silent student because it's not easy for the students or any person can have a pastime like you. You
No,
know
I
that.
think it's simple because nowadays my many of my students can do the same job like me in the past. Yeah, it's easy to find job like this.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
see.
Yeah.
easy, but it's difficult to get the result because I see many part-time job in they need they have a target and each student get the target such as the open the
I
number
know.
of cards and she will get the salary and if not they have nothing so
Exactly.
many
Yes.
people bought bought few but mistake in the work because they think it's not realistic. They
Mm,
can they don't know how if they could get the target or not and the money they receive is not they could receive is not sure.
yes, and we should and we should ask for the support from our family and our friend and our classmates a
Yeah,
lot. Yeah.
if they have the relationship of the summer they can get the target but if the church they have a poor relationship that means small relationship and they cannot get the target. Yeah,
Exactly.
it depends to the family they were born and the relationship they will have. Yeah,
Yeah, because when we work, the network is so important because we can't work alone, right? So we need to make friends, and we should have many soft skill. I mean, the communication skill, so we can ask for help easier.
yeah. And in the most important is the family of them. If they were born in the rich family, it's very easy.
Mm,
But if they come from the poor family in a countryside, it's difficult for them.
Yes, I
mm.
But
agree with Rocky too.
Yeah,
You know
in
that.
my
Mm.
opinion, I think that I'm not totally agree that we should need a rich family so that we can do our job better. Because if in my case, I'm not I'm was born in a not too rich family, but when I do this job, like a collaborator, it's not depend on my family. It just only depend on my knowledge and my relationship. That's all.
yeah, yeah. If In fact, there are many. They are still have a version who is success by themselves, not because their relationship, but this is a number, a very small number, and and then this person is must good and clever and they are high high they will easy to be success in the future because they work I don't know I don't know what to say but
Okay.
maybe I think you understand, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. I can catch you.
Yes, I understand too. So how about Hà? Hello Hà Nguyệt. I would like to hear from you too. As you can see in the screen, that's the which question you are interested and you or you want to discuss anything about a job interview or the job. Hello Hà Nguyệt.
Hello everyone.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes. Um,
But it's not clear.
it's not clear. Can you repeat your question?
Yes, actually we have
Yes, actually we
no
have no
exactly
no
question, but
exactly question,
if
but
you can see
if you
in my
can see in
screen,
my screen,
you can choose a
you
question
can
that
choose a
you
question that
like.
you
You
like.
feel
You
this is the
feel
best
this is
question
the
in the
best
list,
question in the list. Uh,
and you will try to answer this.
and you will try to answer this. And that I agree with vào gì ta? Vào kiểu question 10 is bad question.
Mm.
Yeah. um
Yeah.
um which question do you want to
Which
talk
question do you want to
that,
talk?
do you want to talk?
Because I see when I learn in university, it not same with work environment. We need effort and learn more to work. Um, we only learn basic knowledge in a university. I think so.
Yes, actually,
Yes, actually,
I totally
I
agree
totally
that
agree that
study in
study
university
in
is not
university is
enough for
not
us.
enough for us.
Um,
Um,
Hangit, can you
Hangit,
unmute
can you
yourself?
unmute yourself?
Yes, I
Yes,
can hear my
I can hear
voice.
my voice.
Okay, let me
Okay,
mute.
let me mute.
But actually nowadays, because Cherry now is teach in university too. So I think that the young people now they are really uh, have the really lucky because they have a chance to access so many subjects that's includes and is closer with their job more than us before that we just study the document the lý thuyết and not have so any subjects involved with the skills when we need to go to work. So I really jealous with young people now that they can learn so many things.
It's true because in my university, we often separate many bank tour for students. so they can come to many bank and observe the bank officer what they're doing, and they can learn a lot from this kind of tour. Yes, so they are so lucky. I jealous of them too.
Just before when you study in university, it's really few subjects like that, right?
Yes,
Mm.
and we just listen to the lecturer, so boring.
That's not true. Ah, and also Cherry, because you are talking about the KPI, right?
Yes.
I think it's either yes, I hear about that, but I think it's just for sailor. But how can it count for the teachers?
Oh, we apply KPI for 2 years already, and it's so stressful for us because everything can be explained by KPI. I mean, if you come to class late, -1 mark, like that, and
Mm.
if you have a good feedback from student, +5 mark for you. That's KPI. And if you teach over the margin, you can have plus mark. And if you research and if you can write more paper than you require, you have plus mark. But if you didn't do something good, you have minus mark. Yeah, that's KPI for us. So stressful every year.
Oh, so this one also involves with your salary, right?
Yes, it's related to my salary, so I have to try my best to have a good KPI every year. Yeah.
Wow, I think it's the also for me in the future too.
Yeah, I think that in the near future every university will apply KPI in teaching and
Mm,
researching.
yes. So thank you for your information.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Okay, so how about Hà Ngọc Châu? Hello, Hà Ngọc Châu. Hi, Hà Ngọc Châu, can you hear me? I see the um who yes, I see the person join in late here, and I have never seen her before. It's Eve Huyền. Hello Huyền. Hi Huyền.
Hello.
Yes, it is the first time you join in this meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The phát hành.
yes. So yes, you know that we are finished with topic 22 already, and now we just had a free talk. So it's not the main task in our meeting today. So now we are doing the free talk. Involved with topic 22 is a job interview. So Huyền, as you see in my screen, so which question do you feel is a yes interested?
Um, at the moment, I have not option.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Now I have not occasion.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So how about Lộc Hoàng? Hello, Lộc Hoàng. After you hear us talking and also, yes, you listen the conversation from Cherry and Rose. So do you have any opinion or you want to discuss something about job interview? Lộc Hoàng. Lộc Hoàng, are you able to talk now or you just want to listen? Okay, so you know that now I'm really busy because I'm going back to school. So and the schedule is not yes it's change yes change every week. So I have no okay you haven't have make uh, and the schedule is not stable. So it's really difficult for me to set up the time for our meeting. But I hope that you also can learn and join in some classes. That's I set the case schedule in our yes in the lịch học tháng 9. Also, I want to set up the offline game for us to play and study vocabulary. But you know that the game for study offline is so, how can I say, it's complex. No, it's um phức tạp là gì nhỉ?
Complicated.
Yes, compilate. Com
Complicated.
yes,
Yeah.
complicated.
Yes.
Yes, and it's take a long time. I don't know that you guys want to play that game because not only you need to answer the question, but you need to play game too, and it takes the time so long. But I will try the game, one game that I feel is suitable for all of you to study vocabulary. And just only that game I think is suitable for us, because you know that's when we study online, so we can yes learn so many vocabularies, so many words. But when we study offline, it's just only us, so it's quite boring. Okay, so thank you everyone to join in this meeting. I will try to set up the time and open more class every day, but I'm not sure. I cannot promise about this.
Hmm. I want to give a sincere thanks to you for your effort to make us have a good environment to practice English. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Okay, so I think if does anyone want to say anything else? If not, I think this is the time for us to just end this meeting. Let's see in the practice room now. They are moving.
Okay,
Okay, so thank you everyone and see you next time.
bye bye.
Yes, bye.